Greetings everyone, this is Danny from HarrTravel.com, and you're in for another one of our Danny Dine segments. We're at the beautiful Secrets Puerto Cabos Golf and Spa Resort, and we happen to be at El Patio, which is the Mexican restaurant. And when in Mexico, you need to eat some Mexican food, so we have a wide assortment that we're gonna be dining from today. Kind of picked a little bit from the entrees and the appetizers and the soups and whatever the chef decides to send out as well. But the whole purpose of this is just to kind of see what they have here, what they showcase, a little bit of the food, and well, I'm ready to dig in. So right now we're at the El Patio restaurant, of course the Mexican cuisine here at Secrets Puerto Cabos. I love this beautiful decor on the wall behind. They've done a really amazing job with the resort. It's a beautiful resort, having seen over the last couple of years everything grow in. It's a relatively new resort still, but if you want to check that out and see all of the sites on the resort, of course you can check out our full tour. We also have all the rooms, so if you're interested in staying here, you can see exactly what you're getting heading into it, and you're probably going to love it. The first thing that we're gonna have is a little Queso Fondito with chorizo, and it looks pretty Fondito to me. Let's do this thing. All right. So what I know about melty cheese is that it's generally delicious, and it's one thing that's culturally accepted in every single culture in the world. In fact, we're closing in the holidays right now. And I remember last year in the holidays, I was in France. They took this beautiful hot knife, carved off the melty cheese, and so, well, melty cheese makes happiness. So let's dig in. And of course, you know, tortilla there as well. Alrighty. Okay. Melty. Ooh. Ooh. Think I get that? Yep. It's melty, queso-y, chorizo-y. Let's put a little of this in here. Ooh, that was really good. I'm gonna keep going on this. I think if I eat all of this, well, I may not walk out of here, but it's worth a try. Let's see how big we can get on this one. This is the only acceptable way to eat melty cheese. Well, never mind. I'm making a mess. It's fun. Dito. So for those of you not up on geography, Cabo is at the southern tip of the Baja Peninsula. Of course, we're still in California. We kind of call this California South, or I guess you could call America, Mexico North. We all used to be one big happy family, and essentially living in Southern California, we still are. This is a classic in Southern California, just a Baja fish taco, and let's see what it's all about. So you got this chipotle sauce, the cabbage on top, a little bit of cilantro, got that tempura fried, and let's go with the big end first. Tastes like a Baja fish taco. I've had so many of them in my life. It's really good. It tastes fresh. You've got, well, the coleslaw in there makes a big difference with that crunchy texture, a little bit of happiness. Spent a lot of my life eating fish tacos. This will not be my last. Excellent. Next up, we have the lecoyo of beans. You have this beautiful bed of beans down below. You got the nopales. I love nopales. My wife's best friend is from Guanajuato originally, and introduced us to nopales done right, and absolutely adore them. You've got some fresh pico de gallo in there, some queso fresca, little cilantro on top. Let's see what this is all about. All right. I'm going in with the hands. Maybe not. Love the flavors together. You get that kind of the bean first. And then you got the texture of the nopales. And then the queso fresco on top of it. You put them all together. This is a really tasty dish. It's what I like about it is it's traditional Mexican, and I love that they've kind of incorporated a bit of that with, you know, the things that everybody loves, which I'm sure you'll see me eat, just like that Baja taco. But yeah, this is really excellent. I can eat nopales every single day. Oh, fresh tomatoes, a little more nopales, and then you always get finished off with the cilantro. It's good. So this is dried noodles, kind of an interesting take. I haven't seen it done exactly this way before. You've got the dried noodles baked in tomato sauce. You've got some queso fresco on top. You've got some gringo salsa, or sour cream as I call it, some coriander. Let's give it a shot. Oh, sorry, I forgot the chipotle sauce. It was hidden in there. Never forget the chipotle sauce, never. That's really interesting. There's like, spicy, like that. Really adds to it. But it's interesting. It's kind of like the rehydrated noodles. They're really good. Let's get some more of the chipotle. Queso fresco, my happiness. So I'm just gonna say this is Mexican spaghetti. It's delicious, but it's Mexican spaghetti. Next up, we have a garden salad with caramelized avocado. It's kind of an interesting feature. I don't know that I've had that before. You've got some queso panela, some looks like ruby red grapefruit in there. Got some other citrus, I think that's orange, toasted sesame seeds, and then of course, interestingly, they notate it as hydroponic lettuce. You know what else is grown in hydroponics? All kinds of things. I remember as a little kid going to Epcot Center with my parents and going to the land. Those of you guys who've been there before, you know what I'm talking about. But it kind of blew my mind as a little kid because the entire garden, there's a ride there, the entire garden is all hydroponic. So of course, that means it's just water and nutrients that are on it. There's no soil that it's grown in. I don't know how that's gonna affect the taste, so let's give it a shot. I mean, I like soil, but I like hydroponics. California, there's a lot of hydroponics. I see those billboards everywhere. I don't quite get it. That's really tasty. So, I mean, we all need roughage in our diet. This is really good salad. It tastes very, very fresh. We got that citrus in there. Get a little of the grapefruit. I didn't get that the first time. A little more of that cheese. That cheese is really, really fresh. And once again, caramelized avocado. Who knew? I like it. This is good. This is really, really fresh and kind of in between the courses. It's a perfect way to cleanse the palate. And wait, the citrus cleanse your palate? I don't really care. It's good. So now we're gonna dig into a specialty from Morelos, Mexico. It's yekapiztla. I'll just apologize in advance to all my Mexican friends. My pronunciation's terrible. My appreciation of your culture is way, way, way better than my ability to speak the language. Well, a few more tequilas, I'll be rolling. All right, let's put a little limon on there. Wanna know why? Because it makes everything better. That's why. Let me get another one. Cap off the drink. There we go. Didn't want to get scurvy. I was a little worried that that could be a possibility. All right, let's go. Some avocado. So what you got here, you've got some beef, you've got chorizo, you got chicharron. I mean, those three things are three of my favorites. Together, you've got some, well, kind of a classic street taco, it looks like to me, with some cilantro, onions, lime, a little bit of happiness. Let's try it out. They're really good. It's got a fancy name, but it just tastes like a really good street taco to me. Do it. Más avocado, por favor. So I like to have the three meats together in there, and then the chicharron gives that little bit of crunch, because we all know that texture is incredibly important. Okay, Mexican street taco that's really good. So now we're moving on to a aharacha, which is a classic Mexican dish. It looks like a stretched out taco to me. It's got a lot of the same flavors in here. You've got, what's that green sauce underneath there? I gotta check that bad boy out. So, no, it's green sauce. There we go. And then you've got the meat on top, onions, little beautiful cebolla. Got some cheese underneath here. And this just looks like a beautiful delivery mechanism. I'm gonna spread these out. Once again, limon makes todo better. Go, and let's dig into the aharacha. That's really good. So there's a lot of the similar flavors to a taco, of course. The green sauce, extra spicy, makes me pretty happy. Clears the sinuses. Wonderful. So you got that, once again, I mean, onions, meat, cilantro. What more do you need? I'm going back in. Excellent. Next up, we have al pastor fish. So it's a white fish. I'm very much used to al pastor tacos. That's my favorite. I get that at home all the time, which interestingly, I found out on a food tour, I guess it's been a while now, that it's a flavor that comes from Arabia, actually. So kind of different cultures moving together. I absolutely love that. And of course, I mean, shaving meat off, always a happiness. But this is a different take on it. So you've got the pineapple, you've got the onions, and then of course the al pastor flavorings here. Let's try it out. Get a little of that, a little bit of this. I think it's the first time I've had that flavor profile with the fish. It's really tasty. Because once again, I love al pastor, I love fish, I love Mexico. I like pineapple. I love pineapple, I'm not gonna lie. Even on a pizza, believe it or not. Let's go back for some more. All those textures together go really well and taste excellent. All right. Next up, we have tortilla soup poured freshly at the table. This is a classic. I think everybody's had tortilla soup, so I'm really interested to see. They said similar to grandma's recipe. My grandmother made some pretty darn good tortilla soup, so got a big shoes to follow. Let's check it out. All right, so you've got the tortilla soup, the tortilla strips, avocado. Looks like some fresh chiles on there, and then once again sour cream and the cheese. All right, let's try it. Gotta get some of that cheese in there. Gotta mix it all up. Ooh, this is fun. Woohoo! All right, game on. Went up my nose. Whoopsie. Gotta learn how to eat. This is really good. So it's on the spicier side. It's also on the darker red side, which I've seen it, creamier, lighter. So not like my grandma made. It's pretty good. Another one of those great dishes. Clears the sinuses. And what I like about this is you can kind of taste it on every part of your tongue. You've got some of that citrus flavor in there, and then the avocado, the creaminess. So once again, it's all about textures. The reason they pour it fresh is so you can maintain the crunchiness of the tortillas, keep all the textures, and I'm gonna keep eating and shut my mouth because it's pretty good. Next up, they have pizzole. Of course, it's not menudo. I was really looking forward to dining with Ricky Martin, but apparently no menudo tonight. Fair enough. So let's dig into the pizzole. It's a classic dish. So again, grandma used to make this. You've got the white corn, the pizzole, and then this one has pork in there, and you've got the lettuce on top. Looks like you got some turnips for texture. I think no, that's a radish, sorry. Gotta get my vegetables right. What's wrong with me? All right, let's dig in. It's interesting because you get that crunchy kind of al dente texture. I know my grandma always used to make hominy as well, like that. The flavor is definitely there. Once again, it's a little bit on the lighter side than I'm used to. I'm used to kind of being a little bit more aggressive. So it's really good, not quite as spicy as I've had in the past, which, well, makes a lot of sense. They didn't know that I could handle spice, Let's sing it, people. When the moon hits your eye, big pizza pie, it's a mole. It is, really, it's a mole. I love moles. This particular one, 34 ingredients, including one of my favorites, avocado leaves. Who knew? I didn't until I learned how to cook mole. This is, a really good mole. It takes a long time to develop, lots and lots of hours. This is kind of a classic one from Oaxaca. So you've got, it's almost like a chicken flauta in there, and the sesame seeds on the outside, some of that beautiful sour cream, and you can't have a dish without cibola and cilantro. Let's do it. Ooh, I love the smell of a mole. No, never mind. Ooh, spicy. All right, interesting. This is one of those things where when it's done right, you get the different flavors over different amounts of time. So it's kind of developing on my tongue right now. It's actually moving forward on the tongue. So you get all those, but anyway, you can really taste the avocado leaves. It kind of gives that little bit of a bite, the chocolatey feel, a little bit of happiness. I really appreciate a mole. Chicken, the original white meat. Really good. Next up, we have a tampinqueña. Just in case you're wondering, they just started the show just over beyond the next restaurant, actually. So we're excited to go over there later, do a little dancing, get our groove on. But in the meantime, you got a steak. You have a beautiful, looks like a mole. Well, they call it a mole quesadilla. I think it's kind of more of like a flauta. So you got mole, cheese, a little bit of chicken in there, and then a beautiful flank steak. Let's try it. Ooh, there we go. Marinade's really good. Excellent. I have the fajita vegetables with it, some onions, and I think this is nopales as well. Let's get back in there with some mole. Interesting to have all those flavors on one dish. All right. Next up is always my favorite, as you probably know, dessert. I've got 3 little tiny ones for me to devour here shortly. tres leches cake, classic, South American, right? You got the corn cake with vanilla ice cream on top. And then this one that I'm really interested in fact, I'm gonna go after that one first, is the avocado creme brulee. Flavors that I love, and you know, there's only one way to judge a creme brulee, and this is my wife's favorite thing is, oh yeah, you can crack the top, do a little sugar glaze, yeah, get that blowtorch out. In fact, it's my favorite part of making creme brulee. You gotta be careful that I don't burn down the house. It is so much fun though to burn the tops, and then you go, in fact, it's a very therapeutic thing. I think I could just do that for hours. I know Kate could, for sure. Here we go. It's an interesting combination of kind of that sweet and savory. So you've got, you know, of course, that the cream of the avocado is a very familiar texture to creme brulee, but it's more creamy. Usually, a lot of times creme brulee is more like a flan or gelatiny, I guess. I guess that's not the right word, but I guess jiggly. I like jiggly food. Anyway, there we go. Avocado creme brulee. I don't know if you guys can see that. Go ahead. All right, next up, let's go with eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Let's eat them both. Why not? Okay. Oh, that's really good. Yeah, that's really, really good. One of my favorites anyways. They do a good job. I like the cream on top, kind of giving that extra oomph at the end. Get that raspberry sauce down there. Yep, you have no shot of surviving, my friend. All right, to keep the show going, I'm gonna hold off on that for a second. Cleanse the palate, clear the mind, and go at corn cake. Classic Mexican dish. Actually had a couple on this trip. See how this one compares. Roll that. Schmear. I like that word. That's a cool word. Schmear. Huh. These are actually both really good. What I like about corn cake when it's done well, it's kind of more of the savory, a little bit of the sweet, and so they put the ice cream. This is what's providing the sweetness of it. So really well done. A little bit dark on the top. I love that. So you got a nice crust on there. Let's go. That raspberry, get in my belly. Really good. Well, dessert delivers once again. I'm gonna mix it up. Ice cream, leches. Genius. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. The whole purpose of this is just to showcase the kinds of foods that they have. And really the purpose for me is to show you that there's a little bit of something for everybody. Whether it's the Asian cuisine, Mexican cuisine we had tonight, Oceania, the seafood, also steak as well there. Taylor had a steak there tonight. Or you want to go up to the Italian. What I like about this is there's a diversity of choices. You get to go out every night. For me, the big plus, I didn't have to cook. Enjoyed it. The people, the service were fantastic. That's what really makes it all come together to me. And well, unlimited food and booze. Pretty happy.